Okay, there's the train. Just like I was saying, it's your show train. Your show. And it finally took off. The train listened to me. Now we listen back. Boop. There goes the caboose. Got a little bit of it.
Please subscribe show. YouTube Cole Spivey. Yeah, man.
Well, Las Vegas. You want to listen to Cole when it comes to the Super Bowl. The Rams are at 13. The Bengals are at 10. I'm predicting the Rams, if you can get this information. But you're not going to get this information until tomorrow, which is a day late and a dollar short. But remember, next year, I'll also be giving out predictions about the Super Bowl. And to let you know, and I'm pretty good, although sometimes I make a mistake because of maybe bias or prejudices and things like that. But not prejudices, but because I know a lot of people in show business. I do make predictions on the Oscars. Meaning I'm prejudiced, like I like some directors more than others, and I don't always look at who should win an Oscar. Yeah, we'll go back to the Super Bowl though. I'm predicting the Rams are going to win. But also, I do predictions on Oscars. I usually let that stuff go out on Facebook, too, if you follow my Facebook channel. But this year, I don't know. I've only seen, one good movie, which is Pig with Nicolas Cage. But I hear Power of the Dog is supposed to be good. But anyway, it'll get some nominations. Regardless, back to the Oscars. I mean, the Super Bowl. I'm betting on the Rams. And so far, I'm doing the update on the Super Bowl 2022. It's 7:17 p.m. and I'm headed back into the South Lake area. I just dropped off some wings and some pizza from a place called Enzo. But I also dropped off the wings from a place called Hoots. And if you order for them from the Super Bowl, prepare to wait because they take a long time and they're backed up. Everybody wants their wings. It's probably good wings. I'm not dissing on how good the wings are. They look better than probably some other wing places, but they are busy and they're pretty curt about it. Curt in the fact that they're just like, look, you're going to have to wait a long time, like maybe an hour. I don't know. But remember, it's Hoots or Hoots, H-O-O-T-S. Hoots is how you say it, like hoot. Hoots, wings on the fly kind of thing. Other place was Enzo, which is perfect. They're closing early though. So they're closing early. They're actually closed right now. But their pizza came out just like that. It was no problem at all. So some places are going to be better than other places during the Super Bowl. My suggestion is maybe order something unique, I wouldn't really say Indian food per se, but that's probably going to be, probably going to be easy to get. If you order wings, you're probably going to have to wait for a while. If you order, your classic pizza, which is very big on, like the Super Bowl, or even nachos, if you can even order nachos, which you probably can, you're probably going to have to wait. You see what I'm saying? You got to use logic. But then also, you're probably going to get a wait time when you look on the apps. All right? Food for friends. I don't know about any touchdowns, but touchdown, Bucky's. Anyway, I haven't really... last time I checked, it was 13:10 Rams, so... I don't know, I'm going to get some caffeine in my bloodstream. It's only 7:30, so... I think California time is about 5:30, so they probably have still daylight. New pets. So if you have a beaver, don't bring it in. See the Bucky's restroom. They got this old map in here. The one by the Speedway. I was talking to the Bucky's attendant in there, the guy that works at Bucky's. He thinks the Rams are going to win too, because of defense alone. It's a possibility. You got a good defense, yeah, you got the game right there. And they already got proof of that with the interception. So they already had an interception. Plus Stafford, he's a mean quarterback. Young, but still mean. I'm probably going to go with the Rams. What do you think, Bucky? Bucky, you think the Rams are going to win? Yeah, Bucky's going with the Rams. It's just, have like telepathic powers with the old Bucee. I mean, they can predict winter. No, that's the groundhog, that's right. Well, I'm on a diet, so I just got myself a Slim Jim. You know, ideally, we're kind of brats that we get to go online and speak to the world. Say whatever we want to say about football games and other vloggers and movie stars, movies. But, you know, America's full of brats. 5 minutes left in the third quarter, and the Bengals are at 20. The Rams 16. I could be wrong. We'll have to see. Bengals may turn around, you know. I don't know, that guy at Bucky's, he was betting on the Rams, so we'll have to see. Will it actually go to the underdogs? Will the Bengals actually come ahead? I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised. Well, we're on the third quarter. No big deal, no big deal, no big deal. Nothing to fret about. If the Rams get another touchdown, of course, they'll be ahead by a fair amount. So, roughly, I don't know, be ahead about, I guess, about 3 points ahead. But still, that's a field goal. You know, they could tie that, and they both got good kickers. So we'll have to see. You don't know. This one's going to be tough. People are sweating in Vegas right now. What I was trying to say was that if the Rams get another touchdown, they'll be 3 points ahead, meaning they'll be at 23. And, of course, Bengals will be at 20. But the Bengals could get a field goal and then tie it at 23-23, which is a prediction. So that could happen. We'll have to see. So I'm listening to a band called Max Rad. And they're like, pretty good. Pretty good. Well, up on Cripple Creek, she sends me when I spring leak. She mends me, I don't have to speak. She defends me, a drunkard's dream, if there ever was anyone. Woo! Like that part where it's like, put a donut in my teeth. Well, took the right one, which is the Fort Worth one. The other one over there, next to it, goes to Grand Prairie and Euless in Arlington, I think. This one goes pretty much through Bedford. Well, for a Super Bowl night, it's been slow. We're running right now on the other side of Richland Hills, so we're headed that way right now. Well, we picked one up at Mama's Pizza. We gotta wait for the green light. So it's right there. That's a Firehouse sub, and right above it is an apartment complex. It'd be hard to live there without getting Firehouse subs all the time. That light right there is blinking. Okay, cool. We can get some of the game coming in here. They've got like a television with the game on. It's like no one's out. It's weird. It's turned into the Omega Man. Let's see if they have any Dale Earnhardt. I know Dale Earnhardt's a big NASCAR name. They got photos of him in streets that's been named after him, and areas by the Speedway. They talk about Dale Earnhardt. Let's see if they have anything here. Right above the women's room, they do. Dale Earnhardt Jr., which is his son, and they have some information on him. I'm talking about right there. That's the touchdown I was talking about. Oh, I missed it. That could have been it. See if they're going to go for it again. Nope, he threw it away. That was a deadly move right there. We are in the fourth quarter. Not good. So, Cincinnati. You know, it's funny. There's a blinking light again. You know what's funny is that I should have listened to Linda, because Linda was telling me, she was saying, no, I'm going to go for the underdog, Cincinnati. And like secretly I was like, you know, the Rams, because I used to live in Long Beach, California, but I don't know much about Cincinnati, but congratulations, Bengals. You just won a Super Bowl ring. I'm telling you, for delivery, it's very difficult. On delivery, it's very difficult for the Super Bowl because, you know, look, Mama's Pizza just closed their doors, 8:48. So you have to kind of plan ahead. I guess that you would want to do an all-day thing for the Super Bowl, starting at lunch and then go all the way through. Or at least starting maybe early lunch or right before lunch, and then just work your way all the way through. That's what I'll probably do next Super Bowl, hopefully. And if people don't realize, Linda was once the rat, Chuck E. Cheese. So this is your best fast food taco place around now. It's called San Diego Tacos. And they've got a really mean one called the California Burrito. This is actually going towards Haltom. That's called a Pizza Inn, which is kind of like Pizza Hut, but they're very different. They're big on buffets. You can see Fort Worth way over there. Also the movie theater, it's old movie theater that's in there in Haltom. They show local movies from local filmmakers from Dallas to Fort Worth and stuff like that. I want to say, I don't know the name of the movie theater right now. It's Texas something, I think. A friend of mine had a film done there. He premiered one of his local independent films there and stuff like that. They do like film festivals and stuff like that. Somewhere in here in Haltom. I want to say it's like the Texas Theater or something like that. We might pass by it. This is right here is Roof Snow. So I'm like right in Haltom right now. Back in the day, a long time ago, right here, this used to be a thrift town. It was actually the place to buy your thrift store. Now it's basically right there. It's a furniture store. It was a thrift town a long time ago. Right next to a bowling alley. Okay, now we're in Haltom City. Yes, I have written about Haltom City in a little novella that I wrote called Cat Nappers. It started off as a short story. I guess it turned into a novella. I did a big reading on it on SoundCloud, and then I dropped my subscription, so I can't really access it, but I still have the original reading saved. Regardless, I sent it out there. But this is Haltom, so this is kind of one of the areas I grew up in as a young kid, around like 12. You know, think of Stephen King and Dexter. Well, this is Cole Spivey's like personal Dexter, you know, Haltom. And this road right here in high school, my friend and I, Westbrook, used to run from what we call the Ropers. They'd chase us in their trucks. One time, Westbrook told me, you know, one day we're gonna have to stop and fight. And they used to do a lot of clowning and stuff. Westbrook and his friends, they were kind of like the local jesters of Richland Hills. We'd go to Haltom, we'd like clown at football games and things like that. And I think Willowcrest, you just go down Willowcrest down that way, you get to where my mom and my stepdad lived. My dad actually went to school at Haltom, so did my mom, and they actually met here during the Vietnam War. And my dad was drafted. And my uncle killed himself with a 22 ROTC. True story, because he didn't want to go to Vietnam, or he just had problems. Supposedly he just put the gun to his head and said, hey, I wonder what happened if I boom, and he was gone. I even met the grandson, I think, that witnessed. A friend of him was with him at the time. Anyway, regardless, this is Haltom, and it's where my dad was raised and where I was raised too, to a certain degree. I gotta check Waze because it's going beep, beep, beep. So we're actually turning on Willowcrest right here. This is the road we would turn on our bikes and everything, and we would go riding on our bikes all the way down to Circular. We lived right off a street called Circular, which this road, Willowcrest, actually leads to. We used to run around like ninjas all over this town, right over here. We had egg houses and all kinds of fun stuff. We were pretty crazy kids. If you ever get to read Catnappers, you actually will come across a little part of the beginning called Fossil Creek Mysteries, because Fossil Creek was on the other side of these hills over here, and that's where we'd run around. Fossil Creek was like a park with trails, and there were like this big river that went through, and it would flood at times, and that's kind of where we hung out. And there was a baseball field out there that usually always had wasp nests all over it, like where the dugout was, or maybe where they kept equipment and stuff in these sheds and everything like that. I don't think we ever egged this house, but they're gonna get a pizza today. Right. We have a good Super Bowl night. I hope you're a Cincinnati fan. Huh? I hope you're a Cincinnati fan.
Yeah. I didn't really have a stake in the game either way, to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't either. You have a good night. So if you read Catnappers, just read Catnappers. You'll kind of understand it. It's an interesting story. Personally, I think it should be published one day, but it already self-published, so that's good enough.